Lee Hogan here, VIP Boxing down at Ankrollers Fox ABC. The top of the bill, Mr. James Moorcroft. James, how are you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you very much, Lee. It's I feel like I've seen you quite a few too many times, to be honest, Lee. Three fights in 7 months now. 3 big fights in 7 months. Yeah,
well, do you know, sometimes I remember, in fact, I watched it back this morning, the head-to-head that we did about 4 weeks ago, where Josh Warrington chaired it between you and Dom.
Yeah.
And what intrigued me about it, mate, was you said to Josh, because he asked you, how are you going to make what changes are you going to do to make sure you get the victory this time? Because twice you've not been able to split you.
Yeah.
And you said there's a lot of changes. Yeah. And you didn't go into great detail because you felt like your last camp wasn't the best preparation for this one. No fault, just the way things happened. But it wasn't. But you knew what you had to change.
I think so, Lee. I think so, and I think if you know me and you've been around me, you'll have seen the drastic changes physically that I've made.
Well, I can see that today because I weren't sure. I spoke to you yesterday to arrange this to come down here, and you said it's your final spar. That was your final spar of camp, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I just did eight then, two lads.
With Callum French and Bobby Faulkner.
Two top lads, to be fair.
Yeah. And obviously Callum's a natural southpaw, but Bobby stayed southpaw for you. But what I was really impressed with, mate, was what we just mentioned before, the physical change in you. On the scales, when you weighed in for your last fight, you made weight all right, but you didn't.
I looked flatly. The word's flat. I looked flat, and I felt flat, to be fair. You know, it was a constant struggle, and like I said to you outside, Lee, you know, moving up to super welterweight was something I knew I had to do. But since moving up to super welterweight, I never felt the physical benefits of having an extra 7 pound, which for me was a clear telltale sign that I just wasn't doing it right. You know, I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
So who have you got in to help you then?
We've got Pete Bell this time. Pete Bell's been, honestly, mate, absolutely amazing.
Now, Pete Bell works with a lot of top guys. He works with a good friend and now European champion Brad Ray.
Yeah, he's a magician, mate. I'm waking up every morning looking at the scales after eating like a pig through the day. When I say pig, eating good stuff. And I'm looking at the scales and the weight's falling off, and I've just had a check weigh today then after a big breakfast, and I've got a new strength and conditioning coach, Tommy Hennigan, up in Liverpool, the lab. Everything's just unbelievable, mate. We've got everything together.
I think another big part, I think he was here then in your last one, but he's been a big integral part of your coaching team. Yeah. Obviously, Ant's your main coach here, but Robbie Davis Jr.
Robbie Davis is brilliant. His eye for it is phenomenal. He's only 6 months out the ring himself, so he's fresh, he's keen. He wants it, and you know I can't thank him enough. And
he paid very close attention to that last fight. I mean, he was living every punch. I was sat next to him. He was up on his feet. I think he lived every second of every round with you. Has he took a lot from that, and has he helped you to find that way that you said you need to make that slight change to beat Dom Hunt?
Definitely. Listen, Anthony. His knowledge is unbelievable. Anthony's forgot more than I even know. But to have Robbie and Anthony together now, it's double.
And they were
bubble.
both on you today.
It's double bubble, mate. I've got Robbie in one corner and I've got Anthony in the other corner, and I've got information coming from them both, and it's going to be great to have them both in that corner. You know, speaking between themselves of what needs to be done to beat Dom, which I believe with the changes I've made that I will beat Dom and I'll beat him well.
Listen, you're always chatty. You're never a hard interview for me to do. You're one who loves talking. But I was speaking to you on the phone. There's a big change, not just physically, but seems to be mentally in preparation for this fight. Yeah. I know you've done good sparring. That was just finishing off camp, keeping sharp. Yeah. Done a lot of rounds with
Marcus Tomlinson.
Fighting for his first title.
You know what? Just a quick one. Why is he? Marcus Tomlinson every week we sparred since 10 weeks ago, I can't thank him enough, and Alex Matvienko down at Elite Boxing, they've helped me out a hell of a lot for this camp. So, and he fights for his first title, Central Area title, so he'll get a good win there. So yeah, they've been brilliant. I've been up 4 corners, had a couple of rounds with Sean Artwright.
Oh yeah,
a couple of rounds with a lad called James Hannigan.
Yep, both southpaws.
Really good lads, and
because it's hard to find southpaw isn't it, when you need it? Yeah.
So soon as we got the thing, I was straight onto it. I need to find southpaws because these southpaws, you know, they do my bloody head in, to be fairly. I'm sick of them. I think this is going to be my 5th or even 6th fight against the southpaw in a row. I'll be honest to you. Like, I know Matthew Rennie wasn't classed as a southpaw, but when you watch it back, he fought most of his fighting southpaw because he must have felt like he was having the most success out of that. You know, Ethan James were the same. He was gliding on his back foot in southpaw, but it is what it is, Lee. We're here now. Dom will be in the same position as me. This is a no-lose fight for us both. Yeah,
no-lose, a must-win fight for you.
A must-win fight, yeah.
Listen, we've talked about the last fight. The last fight was absolutely tremendous, but I believe this is going to be even better.
Well, the crazy thing is, Lee, it's everything to win. Everything to gain in this fight.
And a big belt, a proper belt, which gives you a world ranking.
Everything to gain, but there's everything to lose. This is what makes it so exciting. Because on that night, one of us is going to be onto bigger things. One of us is going to have to make some serious decisions. Like, now I don't want to be on the receiving end of that one, so I've give everything. I've give everything. I've no excuses, Lee. I'm ready to perform.
But you say you've no excuses. And we always say that. We said that in the last fight, you know. But you knew it wasn't right.
I knew going into this. Not an excuse. I'm never going to talk about it, but I just knew.
Yeah.
I just knew. Personally, I weren't. Well, I'm not even going to make an excuse. I worked well. Simple as that. Last spar was awful.
So these 3 or 4, what you spoke in the head-to-head with Josh Warrington. Yeah. You said there was 3 or 4 things. We've near enough spoke about all of them now. You think those 3, 4 things that you've changed?
I've made drastic changes there. I'm not going to go into them because it gives me games away. But I've made probably 4 drastic changes. We're not just little 1%s. These, and the only thing I can say now is I'm really naffed off that it's took so long for me to make them. Should have made them.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, though, isn't it, mate? Long ago, because you've got to hit rock bottom. The only way to gain and understand is by hitting rock bottom. You know, and after 2 wars with Dom, you have to hit rock bottom. Do you feel there's anything that, you know, you said you've made changes. Yeah. Now he spoke about making. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to catch up with him later on today. Now he said he's going to make changes to make sure he gets the win.
I hope he does. Yeah,
do you think he can though? Do you think no matter what changes he makes, it's not going to make any difference to you?
And I've said it a few times to him, and he's never denied it. I do believe that, and this is probably giving him a lot of credit. I think he's had 2 great fights. I think he's had 2 fights which probably like best performance of his career in his last couple of fights. But I do believe I was very under par with my last couple of performances. And the first fight I got out of the ring, and I could have done so much more. I was probably didn't read the fight enough. In the first fight, I was happy, I was moving, I could have thrown my hands a lot. I just didn't read it. Lack of experience. The last fight, I was out of it. I don't know what. Well, I do know what went on, but that's the situation. But no, I hope he comes with some good energy. You know, I want him to. Like I said, I've said it. I want him to meet me in there, and I want us to both leave off from work, because you know he putting little videos up of me in the last round and all that. Well, let's go from then. Let's take it from the last round.
Well, I've got to be impartial now because he's joined our team. So
3 technicalities, that's it. Don't worry about it. He's not on your team.
But it's a fight I am genuinely looking forward to.
It's going to be. I'm looking forward to it.
First outdoors team. I mean, this must be brilliant for you to be involved in such a big fight. You know, VIP's biggest show we've ever done. Yeah,
listen, I'm going to go Wakefield. I'm going to win. And I'm going to never go back in that town ever again because I don't want to go back. I'm just turning up. And do you know what's the good thing about this, Lee? We can't get a babysitter for my daughter on this fight. It's the first fight she's coming to. So while we're fighting, she's going to go and get a McDonald's. Because I don't want her around when I'm fighting. but it's going to be just going to be great to have her there and celebrate with her straight afterwards.
Right, well you said that at the head-to-head, so listen, I'm really looking forward to it, mate. After watching you today and seeing the shape of you, I've seen a massive transformation. So I believe that you feel the things that went wrong last time, you've put right. And it looks like you've done that as well, mate. So the last fight was a brilliant fight. I expect this one to be even better. And whoever wins, well, let's hope there is a winner.
It takes two to tango, Lee, and I really do hope that. And this is from my heart. I hope Dom's had the best camp he can physically have, because as we're both getting older now, them camps get harder and harder. So no, I hope he's had a great camp and it becomes another 50-50 barnstormer. And we're going to take the roof off that Wakefield Trinity, let me tell you.
Well, there's not, but there's a roof over the ring, so maybe you lift that then, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Then off the pub afterwards.
James, you take care.
See you in a bit, Lee.
Nice one.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.